Welcome back to the channel, where we explore the lives of extraordinary people who turned pain into power, rejection into motivation, and dreams into reality. Today's story is about a man who refused to let fear, criticism, or limitations define him. A young boy who struggled with loneliness and learning difficulties, who became one of the biggest movie stars the world has ever seen. This is the inspiring journey of Tom Cruise, a story about relentless ambition, impossible dedication, sacrifice, discipline, and the courage to keep running toward greatness. No matter how many times life knocks you down, from a troubled childhood to global superstardom, from rejection to becoming the face of some of the greatest action films in cinematic history. This is more than the story of a Hollywood actor. This is a story about believing in yourself when nobody else does. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be inspired. And if stories like this motivate you to chase your dreams, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications so you never miss another inspiring journey. Now, let's begin. Chapter 1. A boy searching for stability. Long before the fame, the red carpets, and the blockbuster movies, Tom Cruise was just a young boy trying to survive a difficult childhood. He was born Thomas Cruise Mapler IV on July 3, 1962, in Syracuse. His family struggled financially. Money was always tight. His father moved from job to job, and the family relocated constantly. Tom later described his father as harsh, unpredictable, and intimidating. Imagine being a child who never feels safe, never feels settled, always moving, always starting over. That was Tom's reality. Every new town meant a new school. Every new school meant new classmates, and every new classroom brought fear and uncertainty. But Tom carried another challenge that made life even harder. He suffered from dyslexia. Reading became a nightmare. Words seemed to move across the page. Learning felt frustrating and humiliating. Teachers often misunderstood him. Some believed he simply wasn't trying hard enough. For many children, those experiences would destroy confidence completely. But inside Tom Cruise was something unusual. A fire. Even though he struggled academically, he refused to believe he was weak. He began developing an intense determination to prove himself. That determination would eventually become one of the defining traits of his entire life. Chapter 2. The Power of Escape. As a teenager, Tom searched desperately for a place where he belonged. Sports helped for a while. Wrestling gave him structure, discipline, and confidence. On the mat, he could compete, he could fight, he could push himself harder than anyone else, but an injury ended his wrestling dreams. For many people, losing a dream becomes the end of ambition. For Tom Cruise, it became the beginning of something new. One day, he auditioned for a school play. At first, he had no plans of becoming an actor. He simply wanted to participate. But something unexpected happened the moment he stepped onto the stage. For the first time in his life, he felt free. Acting allowed him to escape fear, escape insecurity, escape limitations. On stage, he wasn't the struggling kid with dyslexia anymore. He could become anyone. And suddenly he found something powerful. Purpose. That moment changed everything. Chapter 3. The Leap of Faith. At 18 years old, Tom made a decision that sounded crazy to almost everyone around him. He moved to New York City to pursue acting. No guarantees, no safety net, no certainty of success. Just a dream. He worked hard, attended auditions, and faced rejection after rejection. Hollywood is filled with talented people who never make it. Tom Cruise understood something important very early. Talent alone is never enough. You need obsession, discipline, persistence. While others complained about rejection, Tom kept showing up, and eventually, small opportunities began to appear. He landed tiny roles in films during the early 1980s. Most audiences barely noticed him, but industry insiders noticed something different. Energy, intensity, commitment. Even in small scenes, Tom Cruise acted like the role was the most important performance of his life. That mindset separated him from everyone else. Chapter 4: The Breakthrough. In 1983, everything changed. Tom Cruise starred in Risky Business. The film became a massive success, and suddenly the world noticed the young actor with unstoppable charisma and ambition. One famous scene, Tom dancing in socks across the living room, became iconic in pop culture history. But behind the confidence audiences saw on screen was years of struggle, insecurity, and relentless effort. Success did not happen overnight. It was built through pain nobody saw. And then came the movie that transformed him into a global superstar, Top Gun. The role of Maverick changed Tom Cruise forever. The film exploded around the world. Audiences loved the confidence, the speed, the energy, the attitude. Tom Cruise became more than an actor. He became a symbol of ambition and fearless confidence. But fame brought a new challenge: pressure. How do you stay at the top once the world expects perfection from you? That question would define the next stage of his life. Chapter 5: The Obsession with Excellence. Most stars become comfortable after achieving fame. Tom Cruise became even more driven. He studied filmmaking intensely. He learned camera angles. He learned editing. He learned storytelling. He wasn't satisfied with being just another celebrity. He wanted mastery. While many actors relied on stunt doubles, Tom pushed himself further and further. He trained harder, ran faster, worked longer hours. People around him began noticing something almost superhuman about his work ethic. He demanded excellence not only from others, but from himself first. This obsession helped him deliver unforgettable performances in films like Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, A Few Good Men, Jerry Maguire. Every role showed another side of his talent. He wasn't just an action star. He was a serious actor willing to push emotional boundaries. And yet, despite the success, criticism followed him constantly. The bigger you become, the more people judge you. Tom Cruise learned that success always attracts doubt, rumors, and negativity. But he kept moving forward. Chapter 6: Failures, Controversies, and Comebacks. One of the greatest lessons from Tom Cruise's story is this: even the most successful people face failure. There were moments when critics attacked him, moments when media controversies damaged his image, moments when people predicted the end of his career. Hollywood can be ruthless. One bad film, one scandal, one mistake, and the world can turn against you overnight. Many stars disappear under that pressure. Tom Cruise did not. Instead of hiding, he focused on work. Discipline became his weapon. While others talked, he trained. While others criticized, he improved. While others doubted, he prepared for the next challenge. This mindset helped him build one of the greatest comeback stories in entertainment history. Chapter 7: The Mission Impossible Era. Then came the franchise that would redefine action cinema forever: Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise didn't just star in the films, he helped shape them creatively as a producer. And he made a shocking decision that changed modern action movies forever. He would perform many of his own stunts. Not easy stunts, not safe stunts. Extreme stunts. Climbing the world's tallest buildings, hanging from airplanes during takeoff, performing dangerous motorcycle jumps, training endlessly to create realism.
Why?
Because Tom Cruise believed audiences deserved authenticity. He believed greatness requires total commitment. Millions of viewers watched those scenes with amazement. But behind every stunt was intense preparation, discipline, and risk. Tom Cruise understood something powerful. Fear never disappears. Courage means moving forward anyway. Chapter 8. The Price of Greatness. People often admire success without understanding the sacrifice behind it. Tom Cruise's life required enormous discipline, long filming schedules, extreme physical training, constant pressure, global scrutiny. Being one of the biggest stars on Earth sounds glamorous, but greatness comes with loneliness too. The higher you climb, the fewer people truly understand your life. Tom Cruise spent decades chasing excellence while carrying the pressure of maintaining an extraordinary career. And still, he kept going. Why? Because he loved the craft. Passion gave him energy. Purpose gave him endurance. That is one of the most important lessons in this story. When you truly love what you do, pain becomes easier to endure. Chapter 9. The Mindset That Changed Everything. Tom Cruise's success was never based only on talent or luck. It came from mindset. He refused to see obstacles as permanent. Dyslexia, he adapted. Rejection, he persisted. Criticism, he improved. Fear, he confronted it directly. This mindset applies far beyond acting. Every dream will challenge you. Every meaningful goal demands sacrifice. There will always be people who doubt you. The question is, will you stop because life becomes difficult? Or will you keep moving forward? Tom Cruise's life reminds us that ordinary beginnings do not limit extraordinary futures. You do not need perfect conditions to succeed. You need belief, consistency, and relentless effort. Chapter 10. Reinventing himself again and again. One reason Tom Cruise remained relevant for decades is his willingness to evolve. Many actors peak early and disappear. Tom Cruise adapted constantly. He embraced new filmmaking techniques, new audiences, new challenges. He never acted like he had already made it. Instead, he kept learning. That humility is rare among global superstars. Even after becoming one of the most famous actors in history, he continued training harder than younger actors around him. That mindset is why he remained successful across multiple generations. Because success is not something you achieve once. It is something you maintain daily. Chapter 11. The Return of Maverick. Decades after the original Top Gun became legendary, many believed a sequel could never live up to expectations. But Tom Cruise believed differently. In 2022, Top Gun, Maverick became one of the biggest cinematic successes in modern history. Audiences around the world returned to theaters. Why? Because they felt something rare, heart. The movie represented more than nostalgia. It represented excellence, dedication, respect for audiences. At an age when many actors slow down, Tom Cruise pushed harder than ever. That inspired millions of people. It proved that passion does not have an expiration date. Chapter 12. Lessons from Tom Cruise. What can we learn from Tom Cruise's journey? First, your past does not define your future. A struggling child with dyslexia became one of the most recognizable people on Earth. Second, discipline beats motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Third, fear is not the enemy. Fear is part of growth. Every major achievement requires stepping into uncertainty. Fourth, never stop improving. The moment you believe you know everything, growth ends. And finally, greatness requires sacrifice. Behind every extraordinary success story are invisible years of hard work nobody applauds. Right now, somewhere in the world, there's a young person struggling with insecurity, someone being underestimated, someone feeling invisible, someone doubting their future. Tom Cruise's story is proof that difficult beginnings do not decide your destiny. Your circumstances can shape you, but they do not have to stop you. You can choose persistence. You can choose courage. You can choose growth. Maybe success will not come quickly. Maybe people will doubt you. Maybe the road will be harder than expected. Keep going anyway, because the people who change their lives are not always the smartest or the luckiest. They are the ones who refuse to quit. Thank you for watching this inspiring journey of Tom Cruise. If this story motivated you, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more powerful stories about extraordinary people who change the world through courage, discipline, and determination. And remember, your current situation is not your final destination. Keep believing, keep fighting, keep moving forward, because greatness is built one step at a time. See you in the next video.